Hello, today my choice is of a colorful character named Dee Flagg. He was a master carver that began carving at age 5. He had a handlebar mustache, and he often dressed like Buffalo Bill Cody. My first encounter with Dee was when I moved to Scottsdale as a young child, and he could be seen driving around town in his vintage fire truck with his carved life-size Sitting Bull sitting shotgun. What a sight that was in a town considered one of the West's most western towns. Dee's 65-year-old career earned him scores of awards and artistry honors, including Best in Show at the world's largest woodcarvers exhibition in Toronto. Dee's been featured in print, notably Arizona Highways, and in Scottsdale in the Southwest, the name Dee Flagg is synonymous with the carved characters of the Old West. They're all life-sized and a sight to be seen. Gene Autry and Roy Rogers had some of his collection. And if you've ever traveled to Scottsdale, you may have noticed a very large 12-foot cowboy that sits on Main Street and Scottsdale Road. It was used as a billboard to announce upcoming community events, and it's still there today. It's been changed over the years, and it's at Scottsdale Road and Main Street. I invite you to come to our gallery so you can see his carvings and possibly get a picture with his life-sized carvings that we have. Now, the first carving I'm going to show you is this is James Bridger, and he was an Indian scout. And what I love about this carving is the stonework that Dee provided and carved for this character. He's got a map in his hand, and his job was to go before the covered wagons to clear the way and come back and tell all the people in the covered wagons what to expect in their travels. I love all the detail, the long rifle that he's carrying, the gun in his holster. And Dee always made sure and studied history to the point that all of his clothes, the tools that he carved, everything was appropriate for that time. And even the skull in this right-hand corner that he carved is a nice touch, and just an example of all the detail that Dee would put into his carvings. One of my favorites is a smaller carving, and he's also a Trail Scout, and he's preparing dinner, and his little dog is waiting patiently for something good to eat. Presumably this is a ham on the cutting board with the knife. He's getting ready to pour his coffee into this little cup here. And the fire's going, the food's almost ready, and he's got such detail in this little tree of his canister and his gun. But what I really like is the hat that Dee tossed up into the tree. One of the bigger carvings that I have is of Charles Russell. Now, Charles got his career by being a ranch hand. The ranch owner told the foreman, I want to see a picture, a sketch of what the livestock looks like, because they had had a very harsh winter, and he was concerned about the condition of his livestock. And so this sketch was, taken around, and when people saw it, then that's when his career took off. You notice the detail. He's painting an Indian here, and that was one of the subjects that he loved, along with cowboys, livestock, landscape, the terrain. You'll notice the detail. He's got his tubes of oil painting here up on the desk. And with his palette, he's got the brushes and the paint. And I even noticed today that he has a wedding ring on. I loved how Dee would carve the clothing, the flowing of all this, his pants, his shirt. And I really like the sash that Dee carved for Charles. I wanted to share with you one of the many plaques of Dee Flagg. And this is of the Oregon Trail. And it's near Chimney Rock in 1849. He's carved the covered wagon, and you can see the mother with her child sitting in the wagon. The father is guiding the oxen along the trail, and there's even little chickens in a coop on the side of this covered wagon. And there's the dog running alongside. You can see the detail in the wagon wheel that I just love. I'm very blessed to have this because it's a plaque that I enjoy every day. It sits above my desk, and I just think it's a wonderful example of how well carved Dee Flagg was. Well, that's my tour of my Dee Flagg carvings. I hope you enjoyed it, and as I did. And you can visit us at 7056 East Main Street in the Art District of Old Town. And you can also visit us on DennisJuneGallery.com. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and we'll see you again next time.